big restaurant.
Huh?
Charterhouse, big restaurant.
Yeah, it's a fucking huge restaurant.
We ate in there right after it opened.
Yeah. Fucking
It's awesome.
Chef Catman, powerhouse.
Yeah.
They're about to open their bakery soon. Her and her husband, Chef John, Yangbon Society.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's gonna be a great one. I'll probably see Bonjoing there.
Yeah.
But
So I'd met Christina, my wife now, my partner in this. She's amazing. She hired me for a charity. She was doing charity with one of the hospitals here, so she did all their big functions. And she did all these chef events. And coming back to the Voltaggio brothers, she's bringing them. They wanted like top chefs for this event. And she's bringing both Voltaggio brothers out for this event. And Michael dropped out, and so she heard there was a new chef at the American. And she tells the story. She's always like, I figured it was some old guy. And she meets me. And anyway, we were dating by the time the event happened. But here I go. I'm cooking with Brian again. He's a super cool dude. If you go through that way, get him on the
I will.
podcast.
I will. Fuck yeah.
I've cooked with him 3 times. But she just started kind of working with me over there. She had this little social commerce business that she was super passionate about. She's an entrepreneur. That was super attractive to me. And she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That was, but
she's
like
just
I felt for
killing
this
it.
woman on so many, and she's a single mother, and she's just a badass.
She's killing it.
Her kids are awesome. And she helped me curate a music program in that bar. That like a year and a half in, the GM kind of been there a long time and kind of got pushed out. He wasn't very good to the staff.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just say it. I fired the guy because he was shitty to the staff, and I was like, this restaurant deserves better than this. And last thing I ever expected, they're like, you want to be the GM? You got lots of management experience. So I was the chef GM of the American. I was also the last chef. They closed the thing when I left.
Yeah.
But so I started just rustling up. She grabbed her best friend's a jazz musician. They just started curating like musicians I did a lounge menu. It was just fun.
Yeah.
And we were like on to do a restaurant, and we started writing a business plan, and I was like dead set on going to Seattle. Going back home.
Okay.
And it was just a horrible time to go to Seattle.
Why is that?
We took like 3 trips.
Please don't hate me.
Can we pause it?
Yeah, we can pause it for sure. Yeah, dude, do your meeting, man. Come back. We'll finish.
Where we're at.
You start writing your business plan for for the restaurant known as Corvino.
So.
Peace.
Hi. This keeps it interesting, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. Kidding me? I was at Ben Sukel's restaurant. There was delivery drivers coming through.
I had him out.
Oh, you did? He is amazing.
So good.
Swell human being, and his food is on a different level. It's like it's kind of fusion shit. I'm just like, I don't even know.
It's modern.
Yeah.
It's technique driven, but it's still like market.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. That's what was missing in Portland when I left. Now there's so many creative, but it was like the technique and the like creativity wasn't there with it to me. Like,
He did this thing where he just sheeted a bunch of vegetables, carrots, cucumbers, kohlrabi, and then they wrapped the fucker. They wrapped it up and like into this huge log. And I was like, what the fuck are they going to do with that log? They truss the whole fucking thing, and then they slice it, and they sear that like a pie. So it's like just a roll of vegetables with dill, parsley, vinegar. It like had this kimchi flavor to it a little bit, just from the vinegar on the cucumbers. But it was fire. I was like, this is better than the meat courses.
He had me get nasturtium flowers.
Yeah.
For this dish, and I was just like, I told the farmer, and every time I had these guest chefs, I'd be like, I want a primo, and then he gave me like a count. I think it was like 300 flowers.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a pound, right? So I told the farmer to like pick them all, and they were all like arranged. This farmer we had at that point would arrange all the flowers in rows in a container, like it's coming from Chef's Garden or something. Super cool farm. And he gets it and he makes his dish and he's got this fucking butter and he just starts dumping all the flowers into the butter and it turns orange and it's so delicious.
Yeah.
And so floral. And it was just so funny. Like, good thing they picked them all in.
That's the thing with fine dining. Sometimes you take these beautiful things and you just...
But it was beautiful because it was so floral how it's, you emulsify the butter into the sauce and it's warm and then you buzz that flour and it was so aromatic.
We do that with daylilies at the restaurant at Meadowood.
I love daylilies.
He got me into daylilies. Like Chef Costa was like, motherfucker was.
Did you get that from Chinese food?
Basically,
they did that. We did fresh
with the lily bulbs.
Yeah, fresh daylily bulb was like raw scallop and jellyfish.
We would do.
So good.
Pick and clean the bulbs, which is a nightmare, and then you saute them lightly, hit them with a little bit of water. And then just like so many lily petals, like fucking boom. Actually, no, I'm wrong about that. We cook just the things in water, and it become like this paste. And then we blend it with a shit ton of lily flowers, and it was Chef Costa's lily soup. And then you know how a dish will just like follow you from station to station to station. That was that dish. I was like, by the time I was done there, I was doing it on the hotline.
Because it was a cold dish and then a hot dish, or what?
Well, it was cool because it was always just cemented in my brain as like, this is the dish that you do at the restaurant at Meadowood. So I was like, how do we make this different? And then I fucking charred the flowers. And when you char the flowers, it tastes like a lobster mac and cheese. Like the essence of a lobster mac and cheese is what it tastes like to me.
Dude, now the second time we ate there, when we got toward the end of the meal and they came over and they cut that candle.
Oh yeah, the beeswax candle. That's badass.
and then put the truffle in. I was just like,
Now, did you know that was there the whole time? Okay, good. Because after a while, word got out, and everybody knew.
It ruined it.
Yeah, it did ruin it. For
the first time I went there, this server comes and swipes the floral and doesn't say anything, and then nonchalantly you get one and had okra flowers with like oyster tartare.
Oh yeah,
that shit blew my mind.
Yeah, that's
and it was
baller.
Like the switch and being switched with the floral was so simple.
Yeah,
but it was so funny that the second time it was like a similar. There's something on your table.
Yeah,
but it was so good.
The service there is impeccable. They got this,
but it's so. This is such a different tasting menu.
Yeah,
in all ways, way less servers, way one seating.
Yeah,
it's very. There's a casual info, but we talked about Meadowood because that first meal was before we opened here.
Yeah,
so much because it shaped a mindset we wanted for the comfortableness with the quality and refinement of the service in that room and in a room like this, and it's just they do it so well there.
Yeah, I mean,
they do it so well.
You know, like Costa always told me, he's like, this place is perfect. Like it's tucked away in the woods. You know what I mean? He would always be like this place sells it before they even get in the door. Like, you know what I mean? It makes my job easier when it's like that. So I mean, you're just in your setting.
Those kind of places, like when you walk up that path,
yeah,
you see the big window bubble of bra. Oh my god! That was similar. You're driving into those trees. Through there.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Sadly, burned down, but
so sad.
You know, I think that they're definitely going to rebuild. So I'm sure. And then they did the traveling restaurant at Meadowood this past year. So fucking, you know, they're back. So going through concepts for this restaurant, did you have multiple concepts or did you just?
We decided we wanted to do the hybrid tasting menu in a restaurant bar with like casual, shared plates. Like,
was the space found yet?
No. So we took food trips to Seattle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you wanted to be in Seattle.
People there, and I was like, I think we looked at neighborhoods, and then the next trip I reached out to some. I knew some winemakers and stuff from Walla Walla that were in Seattle that knew people and like connections for fundraising. I'm like, my wife was in fundraising for 10 years, and she had her own business before that she raised for it. So, like, I think that's the problem with a lot of chefs. You don't know how to start.
Yeah,
and then I think you see so many chefs, they don't know how to start, and one guy's like, I'll do this, and then he that makes it easy for them on that level, but then they don't get a good deal because this guy, you know. So we built a business plan and we're like, okay, we're going to go raise $1 million. It's so daunting for like...
Yeah, for you. But she's like, no problem.
Yeah. Well, so I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Third trip in Seattle, we're flying back and we're just looking at each other and we're like, just... I'd had like really good momentum at the American. Like I was like, okay, I've been here 3 years. I was like, I think I'm going to get this, at least a short list on the beer list. I was excited about it. And I think I got some national write-ups or something, you know. I was like, and that stuff's rewarding, right? It's like my career was always what Bear told me was like learn skills in different areas and they'll be transferable and you'll be set up for success in whatever you want to do. It wasn't about like, I remember once sous chef so pissed in Portland that his name wasn't on the menu and he created dishes or something. I'm like, why are you worried about this, bro? Just cook.
Yeah.
And it will follow. But, you know, it started to get some of that and we were just flying back and we were like, they just hiked the minimum wage and restaurants were closing because they couldn't pull off no tipping and then we were talking to people about like Seattle and they're like, it doesn't really have that kind of dining at that time and we were just like, Kansas City was kind of getting a lot of hype.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? People love us in Kansas City. Let's just do it. And we like that. We like this town a lot. So we were just like, on the flight back, we're like, fuck it, we're gonna gear this business plan to Kansas City. And, that's what we did.
Cool. So how long did it take you to find this space?
We looked at probably 4 or 5 spots, I think. We walked in here and fell in love with it. And it was bigger than... We wanted a decent-sized restaurant. Yeah. We knew we needed a big enough kitchen to pull off this, and that was going to take space.
Yeah.
But
it had it.
We didn't want this higher rent or this bigger space, but we just fell in love with it. So.
Yeah. I mean, same for the chef of Elskate. David Posey was like... He's like... You just never know. You just walk into a space and it just clicks.
It just spoke to us.
And you're like, boom.
We knew we wanted to be in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
100%.
Got you. So then once you get the building, how long does the process take to get to first plate?
It was, I left there, and then they're like, we're going to close the restaurant. They were planning when I left they wouldn't get another, which was really weird. I was like, what? Okay, I'm the last chef of America.
Well, fuck, at least that's a legacy, bro.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a special spot. But so I think I had 6 months total. No, I think I had 8 months between opening this. Got married right in the middle of it.
Okay.
So that's why the honeymoon never happened, because at that point we realized our space was too big. Our architect didn't realize that the space was too big for our budget.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But then when we realized, they didn't realize initially. They're like, "Oh yeah, you got it. You're raised our business." They're like, "You got it."
Yeah, you're gonna be great.
I've talked to so many people get screwed by that situation. Between landlord too. Landlord, they know we were first timers. They wait that thing. We didn't have the best real estate guy either. We did. Like now, what I know, and I've been looking at spots for a second spot, and like with a different real estate guy, it's so night and day. Like you got to have the right people.
Yeah.
And you also just got to go make the mistakes and learn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went. Our architect blew our budget by like $300,000.
Oh.
We already knew we were going to need like a couple hundred more. It was just that was the most stressful. Like I don't know how we stayed married and got this place open.
So you raised $1 million and then you need to raise more?
Yeah. And it was so stressful because the project's already started. You've already spent the money design. There's no going to get in a smaller space now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and meanwhile it's like you're not being dishonest, but you don't tell your new crew you're building that you're shitting your pants because of the function.
Oh, definitely not.
That's the last thing they need to hear, So we're trying to hustle that remaining part by this and that. We actually ended up having to our landlord rolled in a decent chunk into rent. So, so then you're a big restaurant.